Not bad. Okay, here we go. Good evening, Patriots. I know we're going late tonight live, but we just wanted to let you know a couple of quick things. So if you can
What's up, free thinker?
pay attention here for a few minutes, it will be worth your time.
That's right.
So I'm Valley Hart here with C-Vine News, and with my guest tonight, Stephen Lopez. We're volunteer citizen journalists. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's wonderful to see you folks. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. You know, we do this for you guys, and we're glad to have you. There's a lot going on in the world. I know a lot of people are concerned, and they want some answers, and we're just going to try and give you some news.
Yep. So a couple of things really quick. A lot of you have followed C-Vine for a long time. You've noticed that we are getting shut down now. Our Twitter account got shut down. We're getting blocked on Facebook. Comments are not allowed. They are basically little by little helping us to be obliterated from being able to interact and communicate with you. So what we would like to suggest is that if we end up going dark and YouTube gets shut down, we are on Rumble now. So please look for us on Rumble at C-V-I-N-E, C-Vine, no hyphen. Sometimes we've had a hyphen in after the C, but C-V-I-N-E on Rumble will keep us connected. Also, we would like to suggest that you check back with us on our website every night if we end up going dark. And our website is c-vine, V-I-N-E.com. So those are two really important things. We are heading to Washington, D.C. tomorrow, Leonard McConney and myself, and we will be there to bring you the truth. We will be boots on the ground. We will be doing the beat reporting where we walk it, we see it, we time it, we get timestamps on our phone of what's happening, we interview people, and we will bring you the truth. So we are taking off for Washington, D.C. early tomorrow morning. If you'll remember, the last time our signals were scrambled, so we could not get video out. Please check with our website every day at c-vine.com for a written update at the very least. We will be sending you regular reports and written updates, and as soon as we are able to get a signal and get video out, we promise you we will. We want to bring you the truth. We are citizen journalists. We're all doing this for free. Stephen, myself, Leonard, Linda, Greg, everyone. And by banding together, there is strength in numbers. We want to keep you abreast of what's happening in Washington, D.C. And any of you who are interested and would like to contribute to our expenses while we're there, or our equipment or anything like that, just go to the C-Vine website. On the top, there is a donation button. And you can either make a one-time contribution, or if you're feeling generous, you can hit that button to make a monthly contribution, because this will not be over this month, and we intend to keep bringing you the news.
That's right. Thank you, Trump 2020. We appreciate it, and we will definitely keep our heads on a swivel while we're there. Like we were saying, you know, it's an exciting time. She's going to be in Washington, guys, so make sure you're watching her tomorrow. She's going to be live in Washington. She flies out. She's going to be covering this whole thing just for you guys.
Yep, and on another note, Leonard McConney and I made a special videotape tonight, and we uploaded it to YouTube, to Rumble, and you would find it interesting. I believe you would find it very interesting, because it really goes against the narrative of what mainstream media is telling you. And you know us. We are going to tell it to you straight. So we have a lot of breaking news. I'm so happy a lot of you are tuning in. And we will just get right to it and tell you some of the things that are going on. Stephen, do you want to kick it off by talking about Michael Ellis's new position?
Yes, Michael Ellis will be now installed as the new general counsel for the NSA.
So that is something to watch. We are now making moves on a chessboard.
That's right. And a lot of people know that, you know, Michael Ellis is a Trump supporter, and it's going to be great to see him in action. We're going to see what his role is going to be, but it's a job offer he's accepted, and we're glad to see that.
The number two thing we want to show you is something that MSM probably has not shown you. We have been called terrorists, and we have been vilified, Leonard and I, for actually being in Washington, D.C., even just being at the grounds, doing nothing. And we want to show you the controversial videotape right now. It's going to be the less than the perfect delivery, but we want to show you.
I'm going to show you this video, guys, and this is a video that I've found of the supposed breaking in of the Capitol. As you can see, this video is very nonviolent. It's been blown out of proportion. No one's going to show you this. because we're live, I'm going to show you this from my tablet. But check it out, guys. Let's see
I'll
if we
be
can
the
get this.
glare monitor.
Okay, let's get the glare monitor on here.
Yep.
And we shall be pressing play. Okay.
Fucking hey, man. Glad to see you guys. You guys are fucking patriots. Look at this guy. He's got covered in blood. God bless you.
Glad to see you guys.
You good, sir? Do you need medical attention? I'm good. Thank you. All right.
I got shot in the face. Where are you? I got shot in the face with some kind of plastic bullet.
Any chance I could get you guys to leave the Senate wing?
There's a man that seems to have some kind of an injury.
Okay, just want to let you guys know this is like the sacred.
And then the policeman says, hey, can I get you guys to move out of this room? I just want to let you guys know this is like the sacred area, and it would be nice if you guys could just move into the next room.
The guy on the floor was shot by a rubber bullet, bleeding, and he basically says, I'm making sure no one's disrespecting the place. He was calm, he was orderly. There was hardly anything violent about that.
And now, granted, there were other actions that were apparently going on in other places. But as Leonard and I reported to you live at the scene, we did not see one altercation. We did not see one fight. We saw nothing but love. It was basically like a Coachella concert and love fest. And we do have footage that we will be bringing to you in part 2 of suspected Antifa people who were videotaped doing things that were contrary to what the Patriots were doing. And guess what? They had Trump scarves wrapped around them. They had a Trump paper stuck to their hat. They were not looking like the...
And by the way, Trump 2020, you just sent a good point. If you want to send us a link about that, let us know. That's
Please.
A very controversial thing you're talking about, and we'll get to that soon.
Please. And again, like we discussed on the last show, we absolutely condemn all violence. Matter of fact, in the video that you are going to see a clip of that we just put out tonight, you will hear me saying, we have now been standing in the security line with the Secret Service for 3 hours, but we do not mind going through the metal detector or getting the pat down or having every item examined in our purse and our pockets because patriots want this to be safe. So when you see it, and you see the timestamps on the screen and you hear us say it, that's the truth.
Amen.
So let's hit our top breaking newses. Let's keep going here. D-Class is happening. We've waited a long time for D-Class to happen, and the Senate Judiciary Commission is releasing hundreds of newly declassified documents related to the authenticity of the Russia probe. President Trump declassified these documents, and the Attorney General and the Judiciary approved their release, and they are out now.
That's right. The Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Lindsey Graham said that FISA court was lied to. Exculpatory information was being withheld on those being investigated. The leadership of the FBI under Comey and McCabe was grossly incompetent, or they knowingly allowed tremendous misdeeds.
Knowingly.
Yeah, Graham also said, I consider the Crossfire Hurricane investigation a massive system failure by the senior leadership.
Yep. And next we have Telegram and Signal are skyrocketing. How many of you are on Telegram or Signal, the encrypted communication apps? They are skyrocketing after censorship and account shuts down from big tech last week. And WhatsApp saying they will give your data to Facebook.
And we all know about Parler getting shut down, which is, absolutely ridiculous. I mean, anyone heard of free speech?
Signal added 1.3 million new users last Monday alone. And yes, there were little glitches Tuesday and Wednesday, but try to be patient because the encrypted communications are far superior than having all of our info sent to data farms, shared far and wide, and being manipulated in our media files that come in.
That's right. And in other news, Lindsey Graham urged incoming Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer not to hold an impeachment trial after President Trump leaves the office. Graham wrote a stern letter asking Schumer to dismiss the one article of impeachment passed last week in the speediest impeachment hearing in U.S. history for incitement of insurrection. The House voted 232 to 197, as you know, with 10 Republicans jumping ship. Articles of impeachment were introduced on Monday, January 11th, on Wednesday, January 13th, after a mere 2 hours of debate and no time allowed for the president or his legal counsel to refute any of those charges. They voted for the impeachment.
Leading the hasty vote was GOP leader Liz Cheney, daughter of former Vice President Dick Cheney. who has voiced her contempt for Trump previously. Cheney has been outspoken in her opposition to Trump and his plans to bring our troops home, work for peace in the Middle East, and withdraw troops from Germany and Afghanistan. Matt Gaetz says she should be removed as the conference chair immediately, and Graham says disqualifying Trump from seeking office in the future would be an unconstitutional act of political vengeance. And speaking of bringing our soldiers home.
Yeah, that's right. Donald Trump had a statement this week, and the statement was that, I quote, he said, United States military troops in Afghanistan are at a 19-year low. Likewise, Iraq and Syria are also at the lowest point in many years. He said, I will always be committed to stopping the endless wars. It has been a great honor to rebuild our military and support our brave men and women in uniform. Trump said he invested $2.5 trillion in new, beautiful equipment, all of it made in the US of A.
That's a beautiful thing.
Amen to that.
The Biden camp says one of their first official acts will be to give American citizenship to 11 million illegal aliens. The plans call for no updated border security policies, no increased immigration enforcement, and apparently in Biden's America, the only people who won't need to quarantine, who won't need vaccines, and who won't need masks are illegal immigrants and potential new Democrat voters. Let's don't forget that, coming through from our southern border.
And let's not forget, the day Biden plans on taking office, he wants to return to the Paris Accords. He's also looking to repeal the ban on entry for citizens from some of major Muslim countries. He said he will sign an executive order nationwide with restrictions on evictions and foreclosures, but he's going to implement mask mandates on federal property, folks.
And all at a massive price tag. Just absolutely insane. It's like they're playing with Monopoly money.
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right.
So here's something that might make you smile. Fox News ratings are sagging and CNN's are rising. Fox is no longer number one as ratings have plummeted in recent weeks as Fox viewers have vowed to stop watching. Conservatives have turned to alternate news sources like OANN, Newsmax, and others. And several CNN anchors are allegedly appalled that the news sources like OANN and Newsmax actually get more viewers than they do at their company. So they would love to have something done about that.
And this just in, as far as news is concerned, I don't know if people, and you got anyone here from New York watching the show, but as you know, New York had a massive power outage today during a lot of the big football games. And I think it might have even been New Jersey too. And, there's a lot of places with power outages, a lot of things, not going as planned. Why?
There's a lot of whys out there, and we have a policy that we will not broadcast something that we can't prove yet. But we're going to have a lot of things that'll be coming up in the next 14 days. So again, if we go dark, please check back on our website every day at c-vine.com to get written updates until we can get the footage out. We will do our best to get the footage out, but last time, as you might remember, we were scrambled in our 4 cell phones, in our walkie-talkies, in our internet, and there were absolutely no communications that we could get out whatsoever. But we saved it all,
Yes.
and we did it anyway, and now we are refuting the MSM's timeline where they actually say the first breach of the Capitol occurred while we were still listening to President Trump speaking, and we had not yet even danced to the YMCA. Tragic.
Yes, that's right. Daniel Cawley, thanks for the comments. Supreme Trump 2020, love the comments. Thank you so much. D-Vine, good to see you.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And we will again be heading back to Washington, D.C. tomorrow. Leonard Bacani and I put out a videotape tonight that has some really interesting timeline additions, again, where we're going through security, and you can see how tight security was. There were, in the morning, vans with police and dogs and bomb squads. We waited in line 3 hours to go through a metal detector to remove everything from our pockets. They took every single thing out of my purse. They confiscated my microphone because they felt it was a threat. Security was tight. We went in, we listened to President Trump, and when we left and went to the Capitol, lo and behold, all of a sudden, the police were opening the gates and waving us through, and we went right up on the grass and videotaped everything. So again, watch the video, look for it on Rumble, look for updates on our website. For right now, we appreciate your comments, we appreciate all your input. Have any...
By the way, Tom Ty, thank you for the love from Canada.
Yeah.
Sherry Wusterberg, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Jamie Zaccardi, thanks for saying what's up. Ellen W., we will be careful. Thank you very much.
We understand that there are risks, and I don't say this lightly, but Leonard and I feel compelled that we have to go do this. We started it, we covered the first half. We are, to my knowledge, the only media source putting out a verifiable legal timeline that is in contrast to the official timeline. And we have stated we are willing to testify in court with sworn affidavits under threat of perjury that what we saw, what we went through, our timestamps on our devices prove that the timeline that's being put out by others is false, and it is based on a preconceived narrative of what would have happened if President Trump began speaking on time at 11, but he did not. He did not start speaking until 12:03, allegedly because he knew that there were threats at the Capitol and he was waiting to receive word in his ear that they were cleared and he could then allow us to walk over to the Capitol and be safe. And in the new video, it clearly says exactly his quote, and you will see it in person. And Stephen, hold the fort while I grab this quote off the wall.
She's going to grab that quote really quick, folks. I don't know if you've heard, but there's supposedly anywhere from 25,000 to 35,000 National Guard members in D.C. right now. What are they so afraid of? I thought Biden won a fair election.
Well, to be truthful, we don't even know who's called them. Some could have been called by black hats and some could have been called by white hats. But we'll just say there's a lot.
Yes, from what we understand, it's the 10th Mountain Division Marine Corps, and they're going to be there, and we'll find out tomorrow. I guess.
Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow. And to all service members, past or present, thank you for your service.
We do salute you. Thank
we
you very much.
appreciate it.
We love you. We support you.
Do you want to,
Yeah,
Stephen,
so-
share with us? This is President Trump's literal words that he spoke to me and everyone else there before we left.
I know that, and this is his words. I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
So we'll leave you with that. Please remember us in your prayers. We are boots on the ground doing everything we can to bring you the truth. Please pray for President Trump, for our military, for all those involved. And we look forward to reporting live from Washington, D.C. throughout the coming week. For tonight, I am Valley Hart. This is Stephen Lopez.
Yes, it is.
And you will see Leonard Bacani and I on the flip side. For C-Vine News, have a great evening, and thank you so much for joining us.
God bless and stay safe. And we're